Hello, everyone! Welcome to our special English listening practice. Today, you will listen to a very inspiring story. But don't worry. This is the simplified version for English learners. I will play the role of a TED speaker and share this true story with you in a simple, clear way. In this talk, you will hear about a brave woman who was born with a very rare syndrome. She will tell you how she turned her challenges into something positive and how she found her true self. So, please listen carefully, repeat if you want, and think about your own life too. Are you ready? Let's begin. I am really happy to be here. I want to tell you a little bit more about this. I do not want to say basics, because we really do not know much about my syndrome. I was born with this very rare syndrome that only 2 other people in the world, including me, have as far as we know. Basically, what this syndrome does is it makes me unable to gain weight. Yes, it really does sound as good as it is. I can eat anything I want, anytime I want, and I will not really gain any weight. I am going to be 25 in March. And I have never weighed more than about 64 pounds in my whole life. When I was in college, I did not really hide it because everyone knew it was there. But it was a big box full of Twinkies, donuts, chips, Skittles, and my roommate would say, I could hear you at 12:30 a.m., reaching under your bed to get food. But I am like, you know what? It is okay. I can do these things. Because there are good things about this syndrome. There are good things about not being able to gain weight. There are good things about being blind in one eye. There are good things about being very small. Many people think, Lizzie, how in the world can you say there are good things when you can only see out of one eye? Well, let me tell you what the good things are, because they are great. I wear contacts. Half-price contacts? When I wear my reading glasses, half-price prescription. If someone is annoying me or being rude, they can stand on my right side. It is like they are not even there. I do not even know they are standing there. Right now, if I stand like this, I have no idea that there is this whole side of the room. Also because I am small, I am very happy to offer myself to go to Weight Watchers or to some gym and say, Hi, I am Lizzie. I will be your poster child. Put my face on anything you want, and I will say, Hi, I used this program. Look how well it worked. Even though there are amazing things that come from this syndrome, there are also things that have been very hard, as you can guess. When I was growing up, I was raised 150% normally. I was my parents' first child. When I was born, the doctors told my mom, Your daughter has no amniotic fluid around her at all. So when I was born, it was a miracle that I came out screaming. The doctors told my parents, We just want to tell you, expect your daughter to never be able to talk. Walk, crawl, think, or do anything by herself. Now, as first-time parents, you would think my parents would say, Oh no, why? Why do we have our first child with all these unknown problems? But that is not what they did. The first thing they told the doctor was, We want to see her, and we are going to take her home and love her and raise her the best we can. And that is what they did. I give credit for almost everything I have done in my life to my parents. My dad is here with me today, and my mom is at home watching. She is getting better from surgery. She has been the glue that has held our family together. And she has given me the strength to see that even though she goes through so much, she has this strong spirit that she has put in me, so that I can proudly stand in front of people and say, You know what? I have had a really hard life, but that is okay. That is okay. Things have been scary. Things have been hard. One of the biggest things that I had to face when growing up was something I am pretty sure every single one of us in this room has faced before. Can you guess what that is? It starts with a B. Can you guess it, boys? Bullying. I know what you all are thinking. Why can't I sit here with them? I had to deal with bullying a lot. But as I said, I was raised very normally. So when I started kindergarten, I had no idea that I looked different. No idea. I could not see that I looked different from other kids. I think of it as a big slap of reality for a 5-year-old. Because I went to school on the first day, dressed in Pocahontas clothes. I was ready. I went in with my backpack that looked like a turtle shell because it was bigger than me. And I walked up to a little girl and smiled at her. And she looked up at me like I was a monster. Like I was the scariest thing she had ever seen in her life. My first thought was, she is really rude. I am a fun kid, and she is the one missing out. So I will just go over here and play with blocks. Or boys. I thought the day would get better, but sadly, it did not. The day got worse and worse. Many people just wanted to have nothing to do with me, and I could not understand why. Why? What did I do? I did not do anything to them. In my mind, I was still a really cool kid. I had to go home and ask my parents, what is wrong with me? What did I do? Why do they not like me? They sat me down and said, Lizzie, the only thing different about you is that you are smaller than the other kids. You have this syndrome, but it is not going to decide who you are. They said, go to school. Hold your head up, smile, keep being yourself. And people will see that you are just like them. And so that is what I did. I want you to think and ask yourself this in your head right now. What makes you who you are? Who are you? Is it where you come from? Is it your family? Is it your friends? What is it? What shows who you are as a person? It has taken me a very long time to find out what makes me who I am. For so long I thought what made me who I am was how I looked on the outside. I thought my little tiny legs, my little arms, and my little face were ugly. I thought I was disgusting. I hated it when I woke up in the morning when I was going to middle school. And I looked in the mirror to get ready. And I thought, can I just wash this syndrome away? It would make my life so much easier if I could just wash it off. I could look like other kids. I would not have to buy clothes with Dora the Explorer on them. I would not have to buy things that were bedazzled. When I was trying to be like the cool kids, I would wish and pray and hope and do whatever I could so I would wake up in the morning and be different. And I would not have to deal with these hard things. It is what I wanted every single day, and every single day I felt sad. I have an amazing group of people around me who never feel sorry for me, who are there to help me if I am sad, who are there to laugh with me in good times. And they taught me that even though I have this syndrome, even though things are hard, I cannot let that decide who I am. My life was put in my hands, just like your lives are put in yours. You are the person in the front seat of your car. You are the one who decides if your car goes down a bad road or a good road. You are the one who decides what shows who you are. Now let me tell you, it can be really hard to know what shows who you are, because there were times when I got so angry and upset and said, I do not care what shows who I am. When I was in high school, I found a video, sadly, that someone posted of me, calling me the world's ugliest woman. There were over 4 million views on this video. 8 seconds long, no sound, thousands of comments. People saying, Lizzie, please, please, do the world a favor. Put a gun to your head and kill yourself. Think about that. If people told you that, if strangers told you this, I cried so much, of course, and I was ready to fight back, but something clicked in my head and I thought, I am just going to leave it alone. I started to see that my life is in my hands. I could choose to make this really good, or I could choose to make this really bad. I could be thankful, open my eyes, and see the things that I do have and make those things show who I am. I cannot see out of one eye, but I can see out of the other. I might get sick a lot, but I have really nice hair. So I could either choose to be happy, or I could choose to be upset with what I have and still complain about it. But then I started to think, am I going to let the people who called me a monster decide who I am? Am I going to let the people who said, "Kill it with fire," decide who I am? No. I am going to let my goals, my success, and my accomplishments be the things that decide who I am. Not how I look on the outside. Not the fact that I cannot see well. Not the fact that I have this syndrome that nobody knows what it is. So I told myself, I am going to work very hard and do whatever I can to make myself better. Because in my mind, the best way I could get back at all those people who made fun of me, who teased me, who called me ugly, who called me a monster, was to make myself better and to show them, you know what? Tell me those negative things. I am going to turn them around, and I am going to use them like a ladder to climb up to my goals. That is what I did. I told myself that I wanted to be a motivational speaker. I wanted to write a book, finish college, have my own family, and have my own career. 8 years later, I am standing here in front of you, still doing motivational speaking. First thing, I did it. I wanted to write a book. In a few weeks, I will send the writing for my third book. I wanted to finish college, and I just finished college. I am getting a degree in communication, studies from Texas State University in San Marcos, and I have a minor in English. I really tried to use real-life experience while I was getting my degree, but my teachers did not want that. I wanted to have, finally, my own family and my own career. The family part will come later, and for my career, I feel like I am really doing well with it. When I decided I wanted to be a motivational speaker, I went home, sat in front of my laptop, went to Google and typed, "How to be a motivational speaker." I am not even joking. I worked very hard. I used the people who told me I could not do this to push me forward. I used their negative words to light my fire to keep going. Use that. Use that. Use that negative energy that you have in your life to make yourself better. Because I promise you, you will win. Now I want to finish by asking you again. I want you to leave here and ask yourself what shows who you are. But remember, brave starts here. Thank you so much for listening to this inspiring talk today. We hope this simple version helped you understand the message more easily and practice your English at the same time. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share this video to help more people learn English with real stories. Take care, keep learning, and see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.